Hi guys, welcome back. It's Chrissy the Crystal Indigo and I am here with the collective reading for May 14th through the 23rd. So this is specifically intended for May 14th through the 23rd, although whenever you see this, it may fit your situation. And so I really felt the call to do a video on the collective, like how are the energies with the divine masculine, how the energies are with the divine feminine, what's happening with us as a whole, for those of you who are in your spiritual journey or just started your awakening process, okay? If you check the community tab, I do offer services, whether it's teas, whether it's the herbal hand sanitizer spray. I use herbs, oils. My lineage is a strong line of women, of medicine woman. And so, I don't take medicine like if the doctor tells me something, I'm like, yeah, okay, I know how to fix that. And that's how I roll with life. I don't believe in that at all. Not saying that you guys shouldn't or whatever, but the herbs just really do it for me. And again, I wasn't taught this. Literally, it just is one of my gifts besides my other gifts that I have, whether healing, whether seeing, whether being a light worker. For those who have been, following me, you guys know my story or part of my story. I will post a video about the beginning until now of how my life has transformed on my journey. So with that being said, I want you guys to take notes. I want you to comment if you have been in this same energy or, feeling like, like union, like something is happening, something is happening, something is happening, right? So I'm going to dive right into the reading. If you guys would like to donate to the channel, you can. That information is below in the description box. If you can't, subscribing to the channel is the same form as energy exchange donation or over at Instagram on my channel, Chrissy the Crystal Indigo. All right, to everyone who booked sessions with me, who've booked readings, who've been like such amazing clients. I have repeat clients that really... Man, I love you guys so much and you mean so much to me because you just light my world up when you open up, when you send emails, when you tell me about your successes, and when you ask me just questions to help guide you. This is what I'm supposed to do. So anybody who wants to reach out to me, never think, oh, she's too busy or she doesn't have the time. This is part of my life path and purpose, and I'm going to be with you every step of the way. And like I said the other day, if you feel like you don't have anybody, you got me. Because it feels so important just to know you have somebody in your corner that understands, okay? And you can read the testimonials in the community tab as well. Straightforward all the way right with you. If I feel like you don't need a reading and you've already had a reading, I will tell you that. If you just need advice, I will give you that. I'm not one of those readers that's like, yeah, just keep, getting stuff, because if it's not what you need, I'm not going to do it. I'll get in trouble. Right? When you have these gifts, there are things that you have to abide by, right? And so I don't want that type of, issue from spirit, from divine, from God, right? I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. So with that being said, let's dive right into your collective reading for May 14th through the 23rd. That is the energy. So a lot of you guys have been feeling like, something's on the horizon with your, divine counterpart, whether you be divine masculine, divine feminine. And so I can attest to that. I am also on this twin flame journey. My divine counterpart and I are in separation. But as of recently, we've slowly started to communicate. And I know it has something to do with the shifts. I know it has something to do with me consistently sending healing energy when I can. And I know it has something to do with Venus going into retrograde. They're slowly starting to communicate a little bit more. At first, they was a little numb or didn't really know what to say or just gave you one word responses. But now they're communicating a little bit more. And that is beautiful. Continue to allow them to come forward as they feel. Don't rush. Don't push. Don't be like, oh my God, they're back, and then just run them off, all over again. This right here, this energy right here, this is the potent energy that we need to continue in our work, our life path and purpose work. And what I thought was really cute was my divine counterpart, my herbal hand sanitizer spray. I sprayed it, and, of course, my divine counterpart isn't all the way awakened. So I was like, here, let me spray some on your hands. And my divine counterpart was like, you can spray it on yours first. And in my head, I'm just like, boy, I tell you. So I did, and then I ran my hand across my divine counterpart's face. And immediately it was like, sniffed it. It was like, I'm like, yeah, it calms you too if you have anxiety, gets you right back together. And then he smiled or whatever. And so when my divine counterpart was leaving, I thought it was really cute how my divine counterpart didn't forget to take the herbal hand sanitizer. And that really touched my heart. I mean, I didn't, we got to stay in, we got to save face. We got to be, like, on point. We can't be like all mushy and like, because remember, we're taking baby steps, guys. So when you come into contact with your divine counterpart, know patience, be gentle, just really go with the flow. Okay. All right. So the first card coming out for the collective is Nurturing Lodge of the Bowls. So this talks about, the water element. So it's Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. And so with the Nurturing Lodge of the Bowls, it's basically talking about, nurturing your family, nurturing things around you, being supportive, look at this. Just really, you just see a whole line of just like ancestors, families, even the little baby. But I'm going to read it to you just because I want you to get the full meaning. I love using the Medicine Woman deck when I do your readings for the collective because it goes a lot deeper. Okay. And so with the Nurturing Lodge of the Bowls, it talks about nurture your spiritual family. Nurture your spiritual family. And that's really beautiful. So a lot of you guys are attracting your tribe. A lot of you guys are stepping into your life path and purpose. And a lot of you guys have decided, you know what? I'm going to take the necessary steps to be my own boss. Whatever my life path and purpose is tied to in regards to abundance, career, where it's leading me, that's what I'm going to focus on. And this here is saying nurture your spiritual family. And so it also talks about your ancestors, your spirit guides, who's ever been guiding you. So this is really beautiful. Okay. The next card out is the Two of Pipes. Okay. So let's dive into the Two of Pipes. So with the Two of Pipes, it talks about, hold on, let me get it for you because this is wand energy. So when you see the Two of Wands, you see that twin flame connection where they're both together. They're looking at the bowl. The world in the after tarot, right? And so with the Two of, let's go, with the Two of Pipes, it says recognize the call to act. So that isn't a coincidence. We as light workers, we as star seeds, we, however we resonate under the spiritual umbrella, recognize the call to act. So you two, answer your call to act, or one of you may answer your call first. Of course, the divine masculine always follows, the divine feminine is always the leader. So recognize your call to act. What are you being called to do? And this is so important. And that's why it's very important for you to understand the shifts, the changes. When your ears are ringing really loud, those are downloads, light codes that you're getting. 7 of Bowls, guys, 7 of Bowls. So this is, again, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And with the 7 of Bowls, this talks about, let me get it for you. Let the self be swept into bliss. Let the self be swept into bliss. Here, it's like, these two divine counterparts are here. And I really love seeing the dolphin there because I think about, my past life with my divine counterpart in Atlantis. And so this is so cool when it's like be swept into bliss. Be, one with each other. Don't be of the world. Don't be in the world, or you can be in the world, but don't be of it. There you go. You can be in the world, but not of it. And so this is what that is talking about. Be swept into bliss. Really step into your spiritual calling. Really step into your spiritual path, because it's telling you it's going to really guide you to a whole new direction that's really going to be about abundance, uplifting, creating so many amazing things for yourself. A lot of you guys are going to, start your YouTube channels in your own way, right? The overall energy is the harvest, wheel of fortune, number 10, completion. And so a lot of these karmic cycles are ending. The harvest, whatever the wheel turns, it's going to end up the way that it's supposed to end up anyway. So that wheel of fortune, don't worry. Just allow yourself to go with the flow and allow spirit to guide you, because I'm telling you, you will not regret where you end up. And I know it's scary. You don't understand. For those of you who are in that energy of the dark night of the soul, for those of you who just started your awakening, for those of you who have been on your awakening for 3 years, such as myself, it is a roller coaster ride, but at every cycle end, it's so beautiful. It's really beautiful. So, like, don't worry. Just allow yourself to, let go and let God. Like, that's what you really need to focus on, because here, your karmic rewards are upon you. And that's all you need to focus on. Meditate, align your chakras, really get that high vibe so you can connect with source and continue to get the information that it is you need to get, okay? All right, so that is good. So we're going to dive into the Mystic Moon Oracle. First spread I'm pulling for Divine Masculine. The first card out is release. Okay, so this is what your Divine Masculine is working on, releasing whatever that doesn't serve them or grow them. Okay, the next card is barrier. And so with barrier, they have some walls up, but I don't feel like it is directly for the Divine Feminine. I really feel like it's things in regards to their past where, that they let really get in the way of where they were headed with their Divine Feminine, right? So, me, I speak truth. So with this barrier, it's more about, their career, the opportunities they want to manifest, what they don't want to deal with in regards to, from their past. And they're seeing who is really meant for their heart, who treats their heart like their own. So this is good energy. Destruction. So for some of the Divine Masculines, they feel like, oh my God, what is this dark night of the soul? What is this? Like, they feel like they're being, broken down to be built back up. And so they also don't want to, ruin whatever you guys are like coming into union for, because again, a lot of you Divine Masculines have slowly started to reach out to the Divine Feminines and vice versa. And it's not that you wanted to. It was like something, there was an inner calling for you to reach out. And if you Divine Feminine agrees with that, you can comment in the comment section. We got to support each other. And I had the same thing too. For the last 2-3 weeks, it was just like my Divine counterpart was just energy in my head, energy in my heart, kept hearing like call, reach out, to the point where it was pushing me so crazy that I went ahead and one paragraph expressed how I felt. And then when my Divine counterpart wrote back and, gave some type of effort, I was like, this is interesting, because this is not how my Divine counterpart was, 6 months ago or however. And I'm like, I know it's something with the energy, because you feel them and it's getting more intense and more intense. But as you do the healing work, Divine Feminine, your Divine Masculine is healing with you. The next card out is healing. So they're going through their healing. They're getting their alignment. Their chakras are aligned. They are really working through it, right? And as you work through yourself, because remember, you guys are one, they get this energy as well, regardless if they don't know anything about meditation or they're, blind to it. When you heal, they heal. And it brings you guys closer together. And I can attest for that. Offer. So continue to be patient. Continue to be gentle. Your Divine Masculine wants to make an offer, but allow them to do it on their time. Don't rush. You have to trust the process. Remember, May, June, July, there are a lot of unions happening, but there can also be a lot of setbacks if we start to just forget the work that we've been doing and start focusing all the time on the Divine Masculine, because that's not going to be good. We have to continue to raise the vibration, and in turn, we're raising our Divine Masculine's vibration as well. Okay, for the Divine Feminine, compromise. So Divine Feminine is in that energy of compromise. Like, you know what? Okay, you're not ready now, but you're communicating, okay, and I'm seeing a little different light in you. All right, I get it. The next is fear. So for some of the Divine Feminines, they've had that energy where they don't know where these thoughts and these triggers and everything is coming from, and it's putting them in fear mode. And Spirit is saying, like, don't pay attention to that. When you get those energies, remember that what I showed you in the class when we had class for how to work your gifts. Take transmute that energy and immediately send it out, right? The next card is bound. So for some of the divine feminines, they're like, oh my God, like how long is it going to take you to make a decision, to make a choice? Like I've been waiting for forever. I've been doing this healing work forever. I feel like I'm just stuck to you, because divine feminine does want to go out and date, does want to, have that intimate, romantic, moment, and for sure it's supposed to be with the divine masculine, but divine masculine is like lost in the sauce. And so divine feminine is just like, I feel stuck. Like I can't go right, I can't go left. And I don't want to leave my divine masculine because, I just don't, I want to make sure they're okay. Right. So I know divine feminines are resonating with that. The next card out, there's that sign 11, fall. So fall could resonate with you guys. You guys could have met in the fall. Somebody have a birthday in the fall. This is how this resonates with you guys. And maybe you will be in full-blown union in the fall. Only you, excuse me, knows how this resonates. The overall energy is forgiveness. This is beautiful. So divine feminine is choosing to forgive. Divine masculine is choosing to forgive. And you take the baby steps, right? The next card, after the overall energy, communication. So there's a lot of communication, whether 5D, whether 3D, and I can attest to that. I had a vision last night. I saw my divine counterpart, and I was like, what is it that you need? What is it that you need? And I remember seeing my divine counterpart standing. We were in a kitchen or something, and I don't remember this kitchen, so it's not the place that I live in now, nor is it their place. And I looked and I was like, what is it that you need? And my divine counterpart spoke and said, you know what I need. And I woke up, and then after that, I had my first Kundalini awakening. And I literally thought, I was like, whoa, right? So there's a lot of things happening with us spiritually. So the cards I saw when shuffling, patience. So remember to be patient, kind, and gentle. Purge. Releasing and letting go a lot of things that no longer serve you or grow you, right? Vibration. Your divine masculine or you could be getting those vibrations, but of course you're leading, so you already got your dose of vibrations. Your divine masculine is getting that information with meditation and how to align their chakras and things like that. Okay? So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if your divine masculine isn't open to how you are spiritually, as long as they accept it. You do you. You do what needs to be done for the collective, and your divine masculine will support you the way they know how, right? And when it's time for them to awaken, when it's time for them to see, they will see. Okay, so we're going to use Messages of Love Oracle cards, and these are by Kristen at All Things Intuitive. And so the first card out is Intuition. It says, you already know the answer you seek. The next card out, Different Pages. It says, you and this person don't share the same vision. So you may have a different vision of what you want to do in regards to your life path and purpose and work. And they may have a different vision of what they want to do in regards to how they want to work, how they want to live. But that doesn't mean that you two, can't come together or be together, because you have different ideas of how, your work life will plan out, etc. And then for some of you, you're just really on different pages. Past life love. It says, your soul remembers this intense connection. So like we know this is what's making it even harder, because our souls remember each other, but it's the 3D body that keeps being lost in the sauce. Not on us, divine feminines, because we know, but divine masculine support. All right. It says, lean on your inner circle during this time. And again, when it comes to my divine counterpart, I do not discuss that with anyone unless like it's my roomie or my cousin. Other than that, I don't speak on it, because no one will understand what this connection is, right? Trust. It is safe to trust in this situation. This is the overall energy. It is trust. It is safe to trust in this situation, right? This relationship can stand the test of time. Stability. Wow. Mastery. So it says, you've learned the spiritual lesson. All right. So it's not a coincidence that I tend to channel for those connections that are in separation, because I clearly am going through it just like you guys are. And so I guess I'm put here to keep you from making the choices that I made when I didn't understand. Okay? All right, guys. So let's dive into our Lightworker Oracle. So for Divine Masculine, number 13, 1 and 3 is 4. Trust in the plan. Trust in the plan. And so this is what Spirit is asking for Divine Masculine to do, because it's not like they haven't asked themselves, like, what is this connection? What am I supposed to do? Like, why can't I shake this person? You know, trust in the plan. You've been brought into your Divine Masculine's life for a reason. And at this point, we're clearly aware we're not the Karmic. We're clearly aware because your Divine Masculine continues to come back, continues to come back. And it's your light. It's your light that they are drawn to, right? For Divine Feminine, we got number 35, right? And so past life activation. So a lot of you guys may be getting, this card has never come out actually, and I'm going to read this one. So number 35 with past life activation. I know I've been getting Akasha visions. I've also been getting past life visions. I've also started to get my gifts for past life regressions and Akashic records, which was really beautiful when I shared it with the channel. Okay, so it says, past life activations. You have talents within that have been developed through many varied life experiences. You have had many lifetimes already, even if you don't recall them consciously, helping you evolve and grow into the loving being that you are today. Your desire to grow in consciousness and spiritual powers to assist the divine plan unfolding throughout the universe. Then it says, it's heard and supported. Yep, enlightening throughout the universe is heard and supported. It says, try the spiritual worlds in all ways. Hold on, I'm going to put my light on this because trying to read this and looking down is not going to work for me. Okay, so it says, past life activation. You have talents within that have been developed through many varied life experiences. You have had many lifetimes already, even if you don't recall them consciously, helping you evolve and grow into the loving being that you are today. Your desire to grow in consciousness and spiritual power to assist the divine plan unfolding throughout the universe is heard and supported by the spiritual worlds in all ways. To this end, past life material is being activated now for your benefit and the greater good. Okay, so I think that's what it is. I think it's, well, I know that's what it is. So all of your gifts, whatever you've done in past lives and things like that, that's starting to be activated. And you guys may see visions where you don't understand, like, why is this happening? Why is this happening? Or you need to, write your visions down that you see, because that's very important, because it's giving you clues. All right. And the overall energy is Merkaba spiritual protection. Merkaba spiritual protection. And that is number 25. 5 and 2 is 7. And so I always call on Ascended Master Merkaba. I have a Merkaba crystal. And this is just that love and that support and that protection that you need during this time. And this is number 25, right? Let's go into it. All right. So number 25. Got it. And so being open to receive is a way to gain empowerment, strength, and all manner of assistance. To enhance receptivity, it can help you to declutter and cleanse your energy field. This allows for which is not rightfully yours to be shared. Sometimes this will include the disowned thoughts and feelings of others. When you release these thoughts and feelings, a spaciousness will grow within you. Then you can then receive more of what is rightfully meant for you. Okay? Your divine good in all ways. So that's who you need to call on, Ascended Master Merkaba. So this is really beautiful, you guys. All right, we're going to dive into the Atlantis deck. Okay, So the first card out is the Black Mage. The first card out is the Black Mage. And you see that moon there, right? So something definitely is going to happen around that time. All right, so the Magi were highly trained shamans, alchemists, and magicians with truly awesome powers during the Golden Age. They used these skills for the benefit of all and were greatly revered. When the Magi decide to use their powers for their own enrichment and ego aggrandizement, the frequency of Atlantis spiraled down. Everything on Earth has a natural cycle. The Golden Age was the pinnacle of light, followed by aeons of darkness. Now it is time to rise once more to a higher frequency. The Black Mage is number 11. Yes. So change. This card indicates the end of a cycle. In this plane of duality, situations and relationships, inevitable end, making room for different experiences. It is time to watch your ego and purify yourself so that the new can be better than the old. All right. The next card out, we have contentment. 30. 30 equals 3. So 3s represent Ascended Masters for me, okay? And we just got done talking about Ascended Master Merkaba. So in a golden Atlantis, everyone was honored. They were happy to be themselves. So they all enjoyed a sense of deep peace and well-being. Every individual was encouraged to develop his or her gifts and talents and use them to do what they love most. This produced a feeling of true contentment because their offerings to the community were selfless. They also experienced the satisfaction of working for a vision beyond the self. Satisfaction. This card suggests that it is time to experience a well-deserved feeling of satisfaction. Accept yourself as you are and acknowledge all your good qualities and gifts. Then breathe in quiet contentment. This will enhance your feelings of well-being and attract more harmonious situations to you. All right. So that is amazing. And did we have an overall energy? Sound and music. So I don't have to go into that, but a lot of you guys may be really good with sound healing or healing through your music. All right. So the gift that you guys really need to focus on during this time, infinite abundance. Okay. So it says, you are fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. Wow. So a lot of you guys are being called for your, to step up into your spiritual work, like what you're meant to do in the world. And just because you do this doesn't mean you don't have to be yourself. So for example, you can still hang out, you can still have fun, you can still be the girl around the block, but yet add your spirituality to it, right? And a lot of people think you have to go straight to nun mode or priest mode. That's not it. Like Spirit is asking us to be our true, authentic, naked selves while we're lifting the, the vibration of the world, right? The next gift, author. So it says, you have a book inside of you that wishes to be expressed. Make the time to write it. So a lot of you guys are going to write your book. I know for me, I journal all the time. And when the time is right, and I know when I'll be called to, I will write a book. And it's going to be so dope, so cool. I just love the idea that I have. Like, think about this girl growing up south side of Chicago and just had all these magical gifts and like really, didn't have a clue on what was happening or what to do with them. So sometimes I do coin myself like the Black Hermione or, but yeah, it's going to be dope. And I mean, like more of, our children or our young siblings need to be confident and open to be who they truly are and show who they are without judgment. All right. So some of you guys are going to be authors. Sensitivity is calling to me, so I'm pulling it. And it says you're becoming more sensitive and need to make changes accordingly. So a lot of you guys are going to notice that when certain people are around you, you feel their energy strong. And that's why it's very important to wear certain crystals to shield that so it doesn't affect you because you're very sensitive. So for me, I can walk into a room and know there's been an argument. Someone can come into the room and be so mad that I feel the anger that they're feeling on the inside. Someone can be hurting so bad that it's, it affects me in certain ways. Or someone can be sick and immediately my arms, my healing hand starts to hurt really bad. And I'll say, get away from me, like move back, right? And so at the end of the day, this is what's starting to happen because we're becoming so sensitive, all right? I'm being asked to call, or I'm being called to use one more, right? And this is for the person who was thinking, man, I wish she could pull another card so I can see what my gift is. I heard you, and if that was you, write it in the comment section. So, yoga. So it says, your life is enhanced by yoga, stretching, and exercising. So you may be into the healing arts of when you like meditation, like a meditation class or something like that, or yoga, but you add your spiritual touch to it. All right. All right, guys. So that is my reading. That is your reading. Like, share, comment, subscribe, donate to the channel if you want. Other than that, subscribe. I really want to see all of you guys subscribe so we can start preparing for our next class, How to Work Your Gifts Part 2. Sending you guys so much love and light, and I will respond to the emails that you guys have sent me today because I got a couple. All right. Love and light, guys.